You're very welcome back to the Sports Talk Shop. This time next Friday evening, we'll be very much counting down to a huge event, probably one of the biggest events that the West has seen sports-wise for the last number of years. The Royal Rumble takes place in the TF Royal in Castlebar next Friday night. So if you haven't already purchased your tickets, well, you need to do so now, because I'm telling you something, in the week leading up to it, there will be a frantic sale, I think, on the last few tickets that are remaining, and you can get them from the usual outlets. But one of the very attractive parts of the card, obviously, is Henry Coyle's world title fight against Elio Coutinho for the WBF title. But there will be a huge fight, and I don't even want to call it an undercard fight, because really for a lot of people this will be nearly top of the bill as well, because two Mayo men who have probably skirted around each other for a number of years will go head to head next Friday night in the TF. Michael Sweeney from Ballinrobe and John Waldron from Ballyhonus, and both men join me on the line now. John, I might start with you this evening, just because I have you on line one here. Thanks a million for joining us. I know that you're really on the countdown to this fight now as well, and we haven't spoken since the press conference that day in the TF Royal in Castlebar. How have things been going for you since?
Well, I can't complain. There's no problems. Everything's going to schedule now. As I said there, I'm nearly on the weight now, so it's just relaxing now for the next week, just taking over and bring on Friday night.
Michael, what about yourself? Thank you for joining us as well. I know you'll be trying to just count down to it now as well. How have things been going for you in the last number of weeks?
Yeah, things have been going in the camp very well, to be honest, and the sparring's been great. I'm on the weight. The weight isn't an issue. I just want to prove that I can make the 175. It isn't an issue. Everything's been going tremendously well, so I can't complain. I just can't wait for Friday night, and it's great. It's a big fight, a big card to be held in Mayo, so I'm delighted. I'm waiting for it. Just can't wait.
Now, at the press conference, and I don't expect either of you to give away too much at this stage anyway, just before a fight, but there was a lot of banter between the two of you, Michael. You probably were saying that perhaps John hadn't wanted to face you before this. You have him on the other line now. Is there anything that you want to say to him with a week to go?
Look at obviously, boxing is a business, and probably due to John's team at the time, they probably didn't want that the fight happen at that early stage, and they were saying that the fight would be the perfect fight for Mayo and for the people of Mayo, which was probably true, but I think I was left on the sideline for a while, because I was a mandatory challenger for the light heavyweight title for a long time, as people know that, and it didn't happen, unfortunately, but it's happening now, and regardless of the things that happened, was said before, it's Friday night, and myself and John will go out at Friday night, and look, at most important, please God, the two of us come out safe, and as I said, I'm looking forward to it, and at the press conference we had a bit of a banter, but look, that's what boxing's all about, and as I said, things have been going well, so I just can't wait for Friday night.
John, I know you're really looking forward to this as well, because as I said, in that press conference there was a lot of banter, but you both seem really up for this one, and that's what people will want.
Oh, that's for sure. I'm the first man to admit that for all my other fights, I've been a lazy man. I've cut corners, and I know Michael, I seen there, he was out in these training camps in Croatia, and I hope he got a suntan anyhow. That's all I'm hoping. I hope the suntan worked well, because at the end of the week, at the end of this week, we're getting in there. It doesn't matter who he's been sparring. As I said, Chad Dawson, Vladimir Klitschko, I don't mind. At the end of the day, it's only me and him and the ref in that ring, and it's going to be a good fight. It's what Mayo wants to see, but I know Michael said he hasn't made 175 before, which he hasn't, but I can see him pushing back up to cruiserweight after this, because I'm going to be proving that I'm the number one here in the West, and going to get back to winning that 175 pound title again.
Michael, this is a title eliminator, of course, and this is something I know that you'll be eager to get back to, because it was quite a controversial decision that denied you a title previously.
Yeah, that's right, and look, a lot of things happened to build up to that fight, but regardless, that's behind me. I'm looking forward to this Friday night, and obviously, you know what I mean, no disrespect to John Waldron, but if I have a problem with John Waldron on Friday night, well, I might as well hang up my gloves. That's no disrespect to John Waldron, because I'm looking beyond John, but I have to get through him on Friday night, and the training that I've been doing, it's, been tremendously well, and when I went out to Croatia, I only went out for a colour, to be honest. I didn't go training out there, but I'm looking forward to Friday night. I've done everything and anything that because I have a big fight lined up after this, providing I get through.
Change your plans with that anyhow.
Get through John Waldron, so That happened Friday night.
You might put me in for that fight instead now.
Yeah, well, that's it. But hey, John, listen, it was meant to happen before, buddy, and you pulled out, so we'll see. I hope to God you turn up Friday night and if you can do the talk.
I'll be there. I have no problem being there, as I said. Like, there's no problem there. You pulled out of another fight there with before with an Achilles tendon, and like.
Well, obviously, if it's only common sense, if I had an injury, it's only common sense. But I hope old age doesn't come again either, you know.
Hey, the older the fiddle, sweeter the tune. You'll see that on Friday night. Yeah,
you stated earlier on that I had a good amateur background and experience. Remember this now, when I started boxing in 95, I was in 11 in 95. I think you won an All-Ireland junior title in 95. So you're on a long time.
93. I won it I'm even older than you think I am.
Well, that's it. So, like, it just proves that you are a long time around than me. So, but look at Friday night, and we'll see what happens Friday night. But I think you know who's coming out on top.
Oh yeah.
Well, I tell you, I hope you keep some of this for the ring lads on Friday night as well.
Just remember, you said you have a route lined out. You have your course lined out. But I'm just telling you, you better make a detour because that course is gone off plan now. Your course is going to change.
I hope the condition you're doing, they put some muscles in your chin because that's one place they can't put it. And trust me, that's your weakness.
Oh, well, you know all about that with Mexico.
That's right. Against that guy
you know all about that with Mexico.
Remember all the loss that you had? Them guys actually didn't go anywhere, but the fella that beat me went on and bet the former world champion, as you know yourself. So it just proves that I can mix with these guys and do what I can do. And I had dropped that boy twice, so I'm just saying, just be on your guard.
Yeah, but when he dropped you couldn't get up.
Well, no, it was a the referee comes in and stops it.
All right.
Well, listen, lads, you'll settle this next Friday night and no sooner, I'm afraid. But I'll give you both a chance. I mean, John, I want to ask you, obviously, I asked Michael the fact this is a title eliminator as well. You've been there, you've won an Irish title, you've brought one back to Mayo, and I know that you really would love to be back in that position to fight for one again as well.
Oh, that's for sure. Like, as I said, like, at the end of the day, as Michael said, it's a business. We're both out there. There's one man in my way now for me getting a crack at that Irish title, and that's Michael Sweeney. And I know if I go into that ring on Friday night and do what I can do, I'm going to be coming out with my hand raised that night.
And John, I'll ask Michael this in just a moment. Why would you encourage people who may be listening this evening and mightn't have purchased a ticket because they mightn't have been at a professional bout before this to go along on Friday night next?
Well, as you can see there, like there's me and Michael, we've known each other for years, but at the end of the day, we're getting in there. We both plan on putting on one hell of a show there now. It's like Henry Coyle fighting for the world title and Finbar Reid's fighting for the Irish title. But at the end of the day, I think most of Mayo wants to see me and Michael Sweeney getting in there. Like, there's a lot of people there that's saying Michael Sweeney's going to take me out in 1 round or 2 rounds, and like, there's no pressure on me. There's absolutely no pressure on me. That's the joys of this game. Like, there's no, everyone, as Michael said there, like, I'm an old man. Sure, like, this man is going to get knocked out in 1 round and 2 rounds. That suits me, everyone saying that. But let the people of Mayo come down and enjoy a great night and watching the winner coming from the Mayo area, Ballyhonus.
And Michael, what about yourself? Why would you tell people who may not have been at a professional night like this to go along Friday night next?
Well, I think, the way I think the fight has started now, so I think to be honest, it's a very good undercard. It's a good, like, Henry Coyle obviously fighting for the world title. It's my 4th world title undercard I'm on. You know what I mean? I think the people should get out and support the people of Mayo, regardless if it's for me or John. They should buy their tickets and get out, and it's going to be, look, at the tickets are reasonable enough. I know we're in hard times, but there's going to be good fights, good entertaining fights, and worth watching, so it's going to be money's worth.
Well, listen, lads, John and Michael, I wish you both the best of luck. And as I think Michael said earlier, I hope most of all both of you come out of the ring safe at the end of the night. And we're really looking forward to it. Thanks so much for taking the time to join us this evening.
No problem at all.
Okay, take care there. John Waldron and Michael Sweeney, and thanks to both lads. I know they've had a busy time of it, so we really appreciate them joining us this evening on that. And the fight, of course, next Friday night in the TF Royal in Castlebar. If you haven't bought your tickets, do it now if you want to go along, because there will be a scramble for them next week. I have a feeling a lot of people will be coming for the States for this one, because I know Henry's a lot of supporters over there. He's boxed there for the last number of years. You'll have people from Ballinrobe, from Ballyhonus, and John actually actually based in Castlebar now going along. Michael is based in Galway at the moment. They'll be down. Finbar Eat has a massive crowd coming from Westport, I know, as well, as he fights for an Irish title. And you'll have the Highlands as well on that bill, who'll bring a great crowd from Dublin. So those tickets are on sale from the Royal Theatre box office, 0818 300,000, or indeed ticketmaster.ie. And we'll actually have some tickets to give away on the Sunday sports show this Sunday if you tune in, and you may be lucky. John says, I think it's unfair to let those boxers argue on the air, do it in the ring. Well, when both lads agreed to come on this evening, we gave them the forum, John. So definitely they'll be doing it all over again next Friday night in the ring, I can guarantee you that. And it's great to have the bit of banter. I think for boxing supporters and boxing fans, they'll know that's what boxing is all about. It's all about the bit of banter leading up to it. We had it with David Hay and Klitschko, of course, a number of weeks ago, and a lot is said beforehand when there's rivalry like this between two boxers.